Hi, I am Sanjeev Bind, and today we are going to use data flow task in SSIS. Here we will create one SSIS package to move data from SQL Server table to a flat file, creating the environment. We are creating one table named person with 6 fields. So I am creating the table now. Table has been created. Now I will insert some data in the table. I have already the data query created, so I will select it and then I will execute this query. Now I can see I will select data from the table, execute. So we have 10 records in the table. Now the requirement is to move this data from the table to a flat file. So for that purpose I am going to use SSIS. So I have already opened SQL Server data tools. So I have this package. I will drag one data flow task from the toolbox. I will name it. I will rename this DFT data flow task. Move data from table to DFT move data from table to flat file. So name always should be user friendly, should be understandable. So a DFT, it indicates that this is a data flow task. So by looking at the name I can know this is a data flow task. Now we have data flow task in the control flow. Now I need to define the data flow source of this data flow and destination of this data flow. For that purpose I will double click on this. Please notice we are right now in the control flow. Once I double click on this I will be moved to data flow. Here controls will be changed. Now we can see only data flow controls. We can see sources common, we have other transformations, sources and destinations. So now we will use OLEDB source because we are getting data from database SQL Server. So I will drag OLEDB source in the design area and similarly I will use flat file as destination in the destination section of the data flow controls. So I will drag this flat file destination in the design surface. Now I need to configure this OLEDB source first. So to configure this, double click on this. Once you double click, you will get this window. You have to select one OLEDB connection manager. So if I click on this drop down, we don't have any OLEDB connection manager. So we'll create one new. I will click on this new button. Already I have one connection. I will delete this. I will create a new one. Once I click on new button, I will get another dialog box. Here I will mention the server name. So let's copy the server name from this SSMS. Copy and paste here. Now I will select the database. Database name is Advanced Work 2014. Select. You can test the connection here. Succeeded. Okay. Okay. Now we have this connection, data connection. Click on OK button. This is now we have one connection selected. Now data access mode, we have four options. First option, table or view. If you want to get data from table or view, then you will select this first option. If the table name is not known to you, table name will come from a variable or view name will come from variable, then you will select the second option, table name or view name variable. In this case, in case of first option, you will get here option to select the table, as I can select the table from here. It is loading the tables. So table name is person. This way I can select the table. Now if I want to use table name or view name, then I will have to select the variable name where table name or view name is available. I can also write SQL query. I can write query select star from my table name person. If SQL query is there in any variable, I can select the fourth option. So I can select the variable name in which the query is stored. Here in this example, we are going to use the first option, table or view. I selected the table from where we will get the data. We can use the preview button to see the data. So I can see these are the 10 records. Close this. Now we will go to columns tab to see the columns. These are the columns available here. Click on OK. So now we have configured the OLEDB source. Now I will drag this blue arrow to the flat file destination. Now I have to configure this flat file destination. So double click on this. I will have to select one flat file connection manager. I don't have any. I will use the new button. Click on new and select the file type. I am selecting delimited, comma as a delimiter. Okay. Now I will get another dialog box where I have to mention the file name and other properties in the file. So here I can give a name to the connection manager. Let's keep default flat file connection manager. I will select a file where the data will be sent. So I browsed. I will go to desktop. I want to keep data on desktop. I will create a folder, new folder. I will give a name, output. And will give a file name. Select the folder, give a file name, output, file, open. So now we have one connection manager ready. If I want column name in the first row, I can select this option. Click on this column tab to see all the columns. Advanced tabs. Here I can configure. If you can see, by default we got the size type here. It is integer, it is Unicode 4 characters, title is 16 characters. Automatically the configured value from the SQL Server table. We can preview the data here. Now I will click on OK button. So now connection has been established. We have, if you can see, we have one flat file connection manager. Now I have to complete the mapping. I will click on this second tab, mapping. Automatically we have same name in the source and destination. Automatically it will be mapped. We can see business entity ID goes to business entity ID, person type to person type, and so on. Click on OK button. Now my data flow source and destination has been configured. I can come back to control flow. Now I can execute the package. For executing the package, I will go to package in Solution Explorer, right click on this and click on the execute package. Package execution will start. It will take data from the source and will put into destination. We can see the number of rows transferred from the source to destination by navigating to data flow tab. So as you can see, it has been completed in the control flow. Now let's move to data flow tab. We can see the number of records, 10 rows has been transferred. We can stop the execution. Now we can go to desktop where we created the folder output. In this output folder, there should be a file named output file.txt. We can see this is the file. Let's open this file. Now we can see we have this record. So this is how we can use data flow task in SSIS. In next lecture, we'll see other topics of SSIS. Thank you.